going on?
Do you think everyone's eating each other?
Like a...
Any more questions?
Paramount, they approached me with the script for Scouts vs. Zombies, and I read it and fell in love with the characters right away. What I loved the most about it was it had this kind of Amblin quality to it, and even though it's a big, crazy zombie movie at its core, it's a movie about friendship. The character of Ben is played by Tye Sheridan, and Ben is that kid that's sort of in between boyhood and manhood, and he's unsure of himself, and he wants the girl, but he doesn't know how to get the girl, and he wants to be a scout, but also wants to be popular, and so he's kind of in this sort of like in-between state. And then Logan Miller, he plays Carter, and Carter's the smartass, but he's also got like a heart of gold buried deep, deep, deep below smartassness. And then Joseph Morgan plays Augie. And Augie is just, he's a big geek, but he wears his geek on his sleeve. That's what I keep saying. When we were auditioning guys for this role, everybody came in and played the nerd. Like, really played the nerd and played it really insecure. And Joseph came in and did the polar opposite, which was what I was looking for, because Augie's the only one who actually is comfortable in his own skin. And I love that about his character.
It's Skelly to Rogers. He looks like crap. He set him on fire. He tried to eat me.
As a genre fan and a genre filmmaker, you know, I felt like that when they go see a zombie movie, they want to see a real zombie movie. And I think it's really hard to make something like this without the gore and without all this kind of stuff. And for me, I felt like if we're gonna already have to push it into our territory with gore, let's push it into our territory with content across the board. And so I really set out to create bigger set pieces, much crazier things, and I really wanted to do stuff in this movie that I haven't seen before. A lot of our zombies have their own kind of personalities, sort of echoes of who they used to be, and we play that to comedic effect. So for example, there's a big set piece in a strip club, and Ben and Carter, they sneak into a strip club because usually there's a bouncer outside, and this time he's gone, and so they're like, oh, this is our chance. And so they get in there, and lo and behold, the stripper comes out, and she starts to do her routine, and unbeknownst to them, she's actually a zombie already. And then she ends up attacking them. And so there's this really funny, cool set piece there, but it's still her as a human in some sort of strange way. And then we play that again later on with there's a character that we meet who's a homeless guy who pops up again, and then we end up doing this really weird but really awesome scene where Augie is trying to distract the zombie, and he starts to sing a Britney Spears song. And this bum happens to be a rabid Britney Spears fan, and starts to sing, you know, Oops, I Did It Again with Augie, and then it turns into a weird, almost like musical number. We have zombie animals, which I think is really fun and cool, and I haven't really seen much of that, or I don't know if I've ever seen it before. So we have zombie cats and a zombie deer and, you know, stuff like that. So there's a lot of like weird, kooky shit going on in this movie. Cloris plays Mrs. Fielder, who is Carter's next door neighbor, and she's this perennial cat lady, and she's that nasty neighbor that's always bitching about something. And she ends up getting turned into a zombie when she's attacked by all her zombie cats. She has like a whole, she's, you know, that cat lady. And so she ends up attacking Carter in this one scene, and while she's climbing on top of him and clawing at him, she ends up pulling his pants down, but her teeth have been knocked out, and so she goes in to bite him, and she's just gumming on his ass cheek. Even though on the surface it's kind of this sort of small, like coming-of-age, crazy zombie movie, we wanted the scope of the movie to feel really big. And so this party's big. All of our set pieces in the movie are big. Like, they're kind of awesome. It feels like an action movie. There's something oddly like James Cameron-ish about some of the stuff that's in this movie, because it goes pretty big.
All right, Scouts, let's kick some zombie ass.
It's a zombie apocalypse. Come on, we're scouts. We're trained for this. What is that? It's a bomb. What are you, the Taliban?